Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you are having a fantastic day. Yes, I am in an awesome mood today because there's news out about Omicrap today. We'll talk about that in just a little bit. So let's go ahead and jump right in. Hope you're all having a good one. And let's make sure you can hear me. If you would go ahead in the comment section and let me know, I would appreciate it. There we go. There we go. Welcome, everyone. All right. Keep in mind, as we jump in here, everything we look at is for educational purposes only. Nothing is meant to be advice or recommendations. Now, with that being said, I do hope you are taking seriously the candidates that I lay out for you each and every day. I'm going to share with you this morning. We're going to start off. I'm going to share with you four candidates from yesterday that we killed on. Some we did phenomenal. Some we did okay. We made some money on them, right? And some of the trades are still open, and that's okay. But yesterday, one of the candidates we talked about that we looked at yesterday, let me bring up my charts. One of the candidates we looked at yesterday was American Airlines. I'm a big fan of the airline sector, right? So all of this, better news on travel, better news on Omicrap coming out there caused a bit of a gap up yesterday. Actually, the news we had on AAL yesterday, was the CEO stepping down, right? So we got this gap up yesterday. I said, I'm going to be looking at selling a put. Yesterday, we were able to get 20 cents on the $17 put. So just for kicks and giggles, where's American Airlines right now? And let's look at the $17 put. And right now, that $17 put is 14 cents. So it's come down a little bit. It's only a day has gone by. They're up a little bit again this morning. So we'll probably see this at about 10 or 12 cents when we open up today on that put. But life is good, man. Life is good. Right. So I like naked puts on them. And if worst case scenario, they make me buy the stock, I think these are recovery stocks, the airlines, the hotels, right? Marriott's on my list today as well for a directional trade. But as we step back and look, right, I mean, we've got some serious room potential to move to get back up to where we came off of the previous highs, right, up to about 31 bucks. Will we get there? I don't know, but can we get to 26? Without a doubt, I think we can get to 26, right, which takes us right up about here. So, yes, I like them, right? Apple was the next one. On the 90, what did we do? 165 to 162 half bull put spread yesterday. We were able to get in, taking 45 cents. Well, with today's move, we're up a little bit again this morning on Apple, right? And that spread has dropped, of course, in value, but life is good on this one. I like it a lot. It expires this Friday. Here we are Wednesday, right? So absolutely awesome. MDB. MDB was another one. What did we have on MDB? Yes, it was earnings. It was earnings. We talked about a bull put spread. I had a bunch of check marks next to this one to look at. We went ahead and did the 450, 445 bull put spread for $1. Right? So we're still doing good. We're all the way down here. 450, 445. We're all the way down here. So we've got plenty of room down there. And the darling of the day, I saved it for last, was Tesla. Tesla. When I talked about Tesla yesterday, I listed Tesla down as a call and or bull put spread. I had 3 check marks next to it. It means, hey, this is one I got to check out today. I looked at the chart and said, hey, we don't have any fib lines in the area on Tesla where we were opening up. But if you find a pivot point, there's the opportunity to take a trade. Go back and watch yesterday's video where I talk about this, right? And if we go and look, different pivots. If we go and look, here's Tesla. Let me blow this chart up a little bit. All right. And here's our pivot points. So we gapped up. We came back down. We broke right in here. We came above right there at 950. And there was my entry in on Tesla. And where's so our pivot was about 1037. Our next pivot was about 1051. 1050, 51, somewhere around there. So within just a couple of candles, we had moved up right about 10 o'clock or so. Yep. So we got in when the stock was at 50, when the option was about 51. We got out when the option was about 59. There's an $8 move in, goodness gracious, 15 minutes. Life is good, baby. Life is good. So hopefully you were able to take advantage, capitalize on some of those trades from yesterday. But I thought it'd be a good recap because I'm sure there are some out there that are looking at this saying, does this really work? Do I really have opportunities on these every day? The news is out already. Is there still a place to take a trade? And they won't all come at once. Notice that's 4 of them. I immediately crossed off the ones that had monthly options on them. I'd rather trade the weeklies. It doesn't mean you don't want to trade the monthlies. Just me personally, right? So with that, let's go ahead first and take a look at the futures markets this morning and see what's going on. So here we are with the ES, and we're up about 9 points right now. Some of the jump this morning was on the Omicrap news, right? That Pfizer came out and said if you had your 2 doses from when the original strain was going on at that point, you were at that, whatever it was, 94, 96% efficacy. If you have a 3rd dose, your booster now, you have the same efficacy of the original against Omicrap. So basically what they're saying is if you've got the booster, you really have very little to worry about, fear about. And on top of that, we still have not heard of any real bad breakouts, any deaths and things like that from it. Now it's going to happen. There's no question. It's going to happen. We're going to get more strains. It's going to happen. This is a flu-like virus that's going to mutate forever, right? So, but that's part of the reason we're up this morning. So right now we're up 9 points on the ES. So like it a lot. Right, when we look at the YM, we're up 68. Now, we were up a lot more. We hit almost 36,000 this morning. We backed off a little bit in there, but we're still up about 60 points. So still bullish on the day. The NASDAQ, the NQ, they have not recovered from it. They kind of rolled over and just haven't had any kind of bounce at all. A little bit different pattern. You can see the overall roundingness in this move here. But NASDAQ is still up 16 points, right? We look at the rut. Where is the rut? Friday is the 10th. That's my next step in, my next foray in there. And we're looking at 2266. I'm good. I'm right in the middle of my bull puts and my bear calls. I'm right in the middle of it. But we're up right now about 13 points. So they can hang. I'm good if they just hang. Bitcoin down a little bit, right? About 49K. Gold on the other side, they've dropped ever since that Omicron news. Actually, a little bit earlier than that. They've dropped today. They're down just under a point. They're barely down $1 on gold. Crude oil had just a flat open, in the overnight session. They just went sideways. They had a spike up on the beginning of the European market and a smack down till about 6 a.m. and then a greater recovery from there. So they're trading at $72 a barrel right now. Again, I think, we want to stay under 70 personally for the economy. And I'm just trying to help out, Sleepy Joe. That's all. Just trying to help out the president and figure out how we can get prices down on oil, where they need to be. So we're looking at nat gas is up about 4% so far this morning. All right. So overall, not too bad. So let me know, folks, how did you do? I gave you some candidates from yesterday. Let me know in the chat box there, the comment section, how did you do yesterday? Did you take some of these trades? Give me a yes or no was fine. If you did, tell me about it. What'd you trade? How did it work out for you? Was it funded, non-funded? I don't care. If you're doing non-funded trades, paper trades, as far as I'm concerned, you're trading, right? The best way to learn it is to do it, is to hit the enter button. So go ahead and drop those in. And if there's a new candidate that you traded, I'd love to see what that is as well. One that we didn't have on our list from yesterday. So with that, let's go over to our candidates for today. All right. First thing is let me get rid of these. Perfect. So we're going to start off with CHPT. Now, let's open up DISA 1. ChargePoint Holdings, CHPT. They came out with earnings. Apparently, they weren't good. Right? They kind of bounced up and down yesterday as the earnings announced, and they were trying to figure out, good or bad based on the announcement where they were supposed to be and so forth. Let me pull this up on the side here so I can keep eye on it. We'll pull it as needed. So they do have weekly options on them. It is an earnings candidate. They're down a little bit. So bear call spread would be the choice here. I don't get very excited over a $21 stock, right? But if we look at it on a daily chart, so bearish has been its name in the last couple of weeks, right? They've been down. So they took a little bit of a gap up yesterday, right? And now we're down about $1, right? So 21.78. So we'll call it 22. We're now at about 21, right? Ish. So right about where we were the previous day here. So still not good for them. Still looking bearish. So if I can get something above that 22 as far as a bear call spread, I can get excited about that. Right? So let's see, 22. Now we've moved $1, which really shouldn't make that much. Wow. Okay. So there's some nice premium in those puppies, right? So if we can go 22.23, and I don't have the answer because the market's closed. I like the tight spreads on there. So we were at a mid price of $1.77 on the call. On the 22s, the 23s, $1.36. So we call it 75 and 35. That's 40 cents. Guys, if I could pick up 25 or more cents on a $1 spread, and you do have 50-cent increments, by the way. I mean, you're talking about 20 cents on a 50-cent increment. If I can get 20 cents, I'm happy normally with 10. But if I can get 20 cents on a 50-cent increment, white on rice, baby, all over it. Absolutely all over it. All right, so that's trade number one or setup number one. All right, Honeywell, HON, they got a downgrade from Bank of America. Now, they do have some weekly options available. They came right down. Lots of hash marks going on there. They're down about $3.50 right now. We'll be looking at a bear call spread on this, potentially a directional put. But I like the spread setups on this, particularly we start getting to Wednesday and Thursday of the week. Without a doubt, I like them better. So if we look at Honeywell here, we've had a great channel going on. My channel system works extremely well with the way it's devised in multiple series of lines. We're sitting right now at 203.52. So guess what? There's the 205 level, right? So we're down here-ish. What I need to have happen is move back up to that, write the number down, 205. Move back up to the 205 and roll over. And there's an opportunity to take a bearish entry on this. So bear call spread is what we're looking at there, okay, for them. Could you do a put on it? You could also potentially look at a long put, right? So CHPT. Oh, no, wait, we did this one already. It's a bear call spread, right? So Hood, HOOD. So they had insiders that had put a note out to the SEC or a notification to the SEC that they were going to be selling some shares. And now those insiders have come back and said, yeah, we're going to wait. We're not going to do that. Indicating, hey, there must be something in the works that they're not selling their shares at this point. They're going to hold off. And it wasn't a holder. It was shareholders. So there's something happening out there. They're up about 23 points on that news. So I will definitely be looking at a bull put spread, possibly a call option on Hood. They do have weeklies on them. Right? Overall pattern has been ugly, right? So if I can get that quick bounce, that's why we're looking at something very short term, take advantage of the call for the day, and so forth. That's it. Or the bull put spread for 2 days, right? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday gets 3, right? But I do like Hood as a company, right? I think that they're going to be around for a long time. I think they're just in the news a lot right now. They're having to deal with a lot of crap because of the SEC and this GameStop stuff and so forth. That's smacked them a little bit. PD has monthly options only on it. They came out with earnings. They had to move up. You could look at selling a naked put on this, possibly a bull put spread. You could buy a call. You're talking about 9 days away for the expiration, right? December 17th is the expiration. So it's not that far. So if you wanted to buy a call, for a put rather, you're okay. For a call, you'd be out at the January, which is 44 days away. All right, Pfizer, PFE. And the note I wrote down was Omicrap. So they're up 58 cents right now, and it's on the news of the efficacy of the drug. So I like that it's moved. It didn't move a lot. Let's go look, though, at the end-of-day chart and see what we think there, right? So Pfizer came right down 51.72 yesterday, just below that 51.86 fib line, right? Actually, we need to redraw the fibs, right? That pullback in the last couple of days has been enough to trigger a break and I need a redraw of the fib. There's our pullback to the 236, so life is good there. So right now, where are we? We are 51.72. We're down below 52.22. And right now, we're at 52.32. So if I can get a small move up through the rest of the morning into the open, it's got to be after the open, right? And be somewhere up that 52.50, 60 level, somewhere around there. Then at that point, I'll be looking at a credit spread for this week. Now, we do have 50-cent increments. I'm not sure if I want a 50 cent. Usually, you get very small premiums there. But we're looking at, if we can get above that 52, I'm looking at something down below 52 at that point. So if we look at the 52 half bull put spread, we're looking at actually, it would be 51.5, 52. Let's see. 51.5, 52. We were at 26 cents. So if we move off by 50 cents, we're looking at maybe 21. So if I can get 20 cents on a 50-cent increment, folks, that's 40%. I will be all over that one for Pfizer. So I'm going to put a couple of check marks next to it, but bull put spread. You could look at a call option, but I'm questionable on the call. I like the bull put spread better on this setup, right? Okay. Excellent. Let's see. So Say said, Rob, do you go ahead and put the pivot points on all of your charts at the start of each day? So Say, I have a template set up. I have two templates set up with pivot points, right? This one right here. And whatever stocks I put up in here will link down to it, and I've got them. So nothing populates on the pivots until the market opens. So I can't see them on these pivot points that we've created. These are proprietary ones. Same thing, though, if you go and look at this one here, which is the person's pivots. Not a fan of them, but so many of my students use them. I have them on there. I'm not seeing anything just yet. If we throw on, I just don't know if we put on the pre-market if it's going to give me anything. Let's see on it. But so I have the template in there. Say, so when I say look for pivot points, I'm looking at that template automatically. Yeah. See, it's just extended the pivots out from the previous day. That's why I don't have the extensions on here, right? So I use it that way, Say. All right. And then Robert said, bull put spread on the SPX, nice little profit of 25 cents in just a few minutes. Nice. During the day, all before 11:30, he did SPY, QQQ, and SPX, all good profits. Great job, Robert. Great job. Drop your trades in there, guys. Let me know how you did yesterday. I know y'all are trading, so let me know what you're doing. All right, so Pfizer, we're good. Let's go look at Play. Play at your own risk, right? Play came out with earnings. They're up about $1.85. We're going to be looking at a bull put spread. We're also going to be looking at a naked put on Play. They do have weekly options available on them, which I like a lot for these types of setups. So we're at 35 right now. We're up 2. So that means yesterday we were at 33. Right? So if we were looking yesterday for a 20 delta, we'd be looking at the 29s. So today we're looking at the 31s. And if we hold true to that, we'll be looking at, goodness gracious, we'll be looking at a buck plus on that option. So if I can get if I can get out there to about the 31s and pick up $1 on it for Play, that's fantastic. Not sure where to be. So I'll have some check marks next to it. This goes on my short list for the day. Right? We look at Stitch Fix, SFIX. Right? They were earnings also. Bearish move on SFIX. Right? So they're down $6 in jingle right now. Bear call spread is what I'd be looking at on this. Buying a put, you only got $18 to go to the downside. How much are you going to pick up out of it? It's not that much room. So I would be a little cautious on that. THO, Thor, right? So THO monthly options, that kind of puts it at the bottom of my list. We got nothing else going on today, right? But we'll be looking at a bull put spread, right? Let's see. You're welcome. Say, hey, Evelyn said paper traded yesterday. The SPY 465 got 25%. Man, that is awesome. Good job. Good job. Okay, cool. Sean said if you're using TradeStation, the floor trader pivots populate for the next day. I'm using version 9.5, so I don't have that one on here, but on our 10, we've got it. So appreciate that, Sean. Good point. Sean is awesome. He's in our back office, just does a great job for us there. So he runs the show with everything we do. I just show up. He does everything else, right? So Toll Brothers, TOL, they had earnings come out. They're up about 76 cents, $72 stock. They're very much a blue chip, boring, stodgy, not big movers normally. So if we look at Toll, right, they've had a great run. Earnings were good, right? Pushed up very nicely there, right? If we go back and look at a weekly chart, you can see that this is it, man. Let's go look at a monthly. I mean, we're not anywhere near, I don't know what that line is there. We're not anywhere near anything that we've ever had before, right? So let's go back to a daily. So we are near the all-time highs right now. Actually, today would be an all-time high, I think. 72 or pretty close, because that was probably it yesterday, right? So, okay, let's see. Let's draw some lines. Lines, everywhere there's lines. Blocking up the scenery, breaking my mind. All right, so we're sitting right now at 72. So right up at that resistance. So I'd be looking at something underneath the $71 level. 71.69 is probably what I'd be looking for on a bull put 71.70 on a bull put spread. And yesterday, wow. Here, let me marry them up so it's easier to see. The 71.70 yesterday was at 40 cents. Yowzer. Now, we've moved $1, so we're looking at 35, but they did have earnings coming out, so there may be some overpricing in the options there, but we'll be looking at a bull put spread there. And then the last one, and while I'm doing that, guys, drop in the candidates that you want me to take a look at. Start dropping them in, the symbols that you're looking at for today, things you want me to check out for you and analyze. I don't know anybody else that's out there that's doing this, guys. There are other people out there talking about the day trades they're doing and the penny stocks they're trading and the Forex. But I don't know anybody that's out there that's saying, hey, let me look at your options trades and tell you what I'd be looking to do on it today. Weber, WEBR is our last one. Monthly options on it. I'd be looking at a bull put spread. But remember, as soon as I say monthly option, that should throw it to the back of the list for you and go, yeah, it's okay, but I'm just not sure if I want to do it. All right, so with that, let's go ahead and take a look at Lisa's asking for AFRM. AFRM does have weekly options available on it. So let's go look here and see what it's done daily. All right, all right, so we can redraw fibs at this point. Very, very choppy. My goodness gracious. Wow. Firm holdings. So we had enough move to the upside, but look at we've just been chopped. It's rip down, pull back up, rip down, pull back up. This is where we are today. We had violated the one. We had to redraw the fibs at that point. Had to. But this may not be the final place they get drawn yet. We may have another pullback at this place, at this point, and it rolls down. So we're in a bearish neutral bias right now, Lisa, on a firm. So caution. We're only up 18 cents. So I like this personally better for the downside. So the move is this. It's pretty straightforward the way that I like to trade things. Move down below the 115.37. Get down to 114, 13, 12, whatever. Just get down, not 113.36, right? Or 115.36 rather. Make a small move down below. Come back and retest intraday and fail, and then that intraday fail is the move to take that bearish entry. 96, 06, 16, 20. We don't need Fibbits in there, so that 96.44 is our target, and that's support. So I'd probably be at about 98 as my exit point on this one, Lisa. So I hope that helps. And then Paula's asking for Apple. Let's go over here. So Apple is up 82 cents in pre-market. It's kind of the, just that sideways move, nothing really happening in there. We look at Apple, all-time highs. They bumped their head on ugly yesterday, which is that 171.72 level. It's a fib line, right? Our Fibit is what it is. Right now we're at 171.98. So we're right there, Paula. We're right at that level, right? So what I'd be looking for is get above the 171.72, come back and retest it and bounce, and there's the potential opportunity. If you don't get the bounce in there and you start to pull back, possibly a day trade to the downside, if and only if I see the S&P start rolling over, right? And or NASDAQ start rolling over. The news is out on Omicrap right now, and it's driven things up a little bit, but we have lost some of the luster that was out there this morning. So traders have kind of gotten past it already. And I think part of it is they're already looking at the Fed. There's a 60-some-odd% chance of an increase in May, a 70-some-odd% chance of an increase in June. I think there might have been a higher one in the next month. I think it was July. It might have been July or August. But there was a higher one there. The curve was going up, right? So the expectation of that, I think, is part of what's driving some of the fears on Wall Street is the easing won't be there. Government's not going to give money away to companies. They're not giving the money to the banks for free or even paying them to take it and loan it to people, right? That's all going to go away. Interest rates going up and so forth. And then the inflation at 6% is just sheer stupidity. We should not be here at all. But hey, I'm not a politician, thank God, because I'd fire all of them. If I were, or if I were president, I would just fire everybody. They're just, Anyway, we'll leave that one alone for another day. At least it's very helpful. Cool. I'm glad to hear that. All right. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Make it a profitable day. Stay focused on the quest to becoming a great trader. Keep crushing it. And remember, you're just one trade away. Take care, and I will see you tomorrow at our next update. Bye for now.